We have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr. Ah. Is this your jumbo? Why is she bribing us with lunches? How's it going, guys? We are back with Ace Attorney for the first time in a long time. Last time I recorded was March 19. It is currently May 24, 2022, 9:31 a.m. We are back. We're going to finish up Ace Attorney. Hopefully we can do it by today. I don't know how long this last chapter is going to be. Apparently it's pretty long. So let's see how much we can do today. How'd the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? The whole thing is one big gray area. Right, she got arrested for murder and then she admitted to it. A defense attorney should never believe their client. You remind me a lot of Mia. You're not a defense attorney. Alright, we're all by ourselves, right? Alright, here we go. Let me see if I remember any of the evidence. Because I don't remember the evidence. Let me look at my... What do we have? Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Angel Starr. It's been 2 months since... Wow. I hope that my personal feelings will not be part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not of those of anyone else, alright? Chief Prosecutor Elena Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. She was rash enough to admit it in the prosecutor's office law, alright? To commit it in the prosecutor's office law. Professional witness. Angel Starr? Oh, her. She's the girl that was like selling lunchboxes. Caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. And for you, I have the Fiesta Bowl. Thanks. Fingerprint lunchbox. Well, this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty, it hurts. Name, profession, now. The name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well. Describe the incident, blah blah blah. We usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. What does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. Oh my god. She was a first-rate homicide detective? What the heck? Where'd that come from? Ah, I know who you are. Cough up. Cough up Queen Angel Starr. What does that mean? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office. B block is for visitors and clients. The chain divider separates the 2 blocks, alright? Are they supposed to even reach that? Alright. Alright. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this witness? Why, it was me. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? Oh, that feels a lot better. Wait, were they talking about me? She's gonna crush our hopes, huh? Alright. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Oh my god. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garage car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then, she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Alright. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound. Alright. Here we go. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. What do you mean? Telling off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension. I feel like I found my dream job when I became an investigator, and if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be there. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. I bet she did it. You have several? Oh my god. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. You sensed something? You're saying you had a premonition of the murder? Wasn't the victim also a detective? Yes, well he was like a young cheese. A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the street. What does that mean? Yeah, the odor of an old cheese, okay. In any case, there in the law, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garage car. Mr. Edwards' car. Mr. Edwards, the knife was with blah 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 blah. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. What does that mean? I'll fry you like a fritter. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. I was inspiring. A photograph. Wow. What? Her lunchboxes have cameras? You think I'd show this photograph to you, a prosecutor? No, this is most certainly the defendant. That's not good. This is not looking good. Tell me more about the knife. 4 inches long. Yes. Alright. Alright. Thrust the pointy knife into this chest. Alright. next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. Keep our heads cool and press the witness. For some reason, having her panic next to me makes me calmer. Don't smile like that.
Objection!
There we go. I thought that would just say that she dropped it, but okay. Objection? That had to be the weakest objection ever. Yet it was still stronger than your feeble mind, Mr. Wright. Was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken after.
Objection!
And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. But this could be blood. Oh my god. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony, namely that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds, problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. What does this mean? This lady and her lunch analogies. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber? Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Where? Those gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. The murder was planned, rubber gloves proved it. The gloves were admitted as evidence when Kind was arrested. They were rubber gloves, kind used for autopsies. In other words, she came to do murder. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Blah 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 blah. Impressive. How do we prove that it wasn't premeditated? There we go. You know what this is? That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Edgeworth's trunk. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, Ricky? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she also not prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh? This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Wah! Order! Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. I don't know about that. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluded yourself into thinking that the tide has turned, not over such a trifling detail. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That's the only thing the prosecution need prove, nothing else. My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Let's try this again. Landeskine intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Why'd she say again and again? Wasn't it a single wound? Yeah, she says again and again. It was a single wound. One knife wound. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my... Ew, what is that? Is that just grass? I shouldn't have explained this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. He's my hero, really. You got the crime scenes. Where are you getting all of these boxes? I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood, but now I realize that such mistakes are possible. You mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify, okay? Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly this whole scene was. Red muffler? She didn't have it on.
Objection!
She didn't have a muffler on.
Objection!
The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you put it, Edgeworth, why are you helping me? Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true color. Why are we both just roasting her? What was my objection? Chopped liver? But was there a scarf? No, not that. But something red, really. Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. I do remember some things. This next testimony might just be the moment of proof. How many times do we have to hear you talk, lady? You're not right. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side, okay? I caught her, explained her rights, and arrested her, alright? When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but I guess Angel Starr is just... Alright. How did you apprehend her if there was a gate in the way? No, I don't get it. Wait. She said she apprehended her, but she was in Block B when it happened, apparently. Alright. Alright, let's press her. So where's the partition? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. Press her. Yeah. 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 She went over it? She mentioned the muffler. what was heard. Saw it all. She tried the phone on the wall, but blah blah blah. Chief prosecutor stabbed the victim, ran behind the partition, and she picked up the emergency phone, but it was out of order. She pulled her own phone. That's when you crossed the thing. Over that time, you climbed the chain link fence. And when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this. Chief prosecutor made it to escape, but against Angel Starr. Okay. She brushed my hand and ran. Wait. Yeah, how did she know she tried the phone if it wasn't behind a partition? Right? So how did... Maybe this. There we go. There it is. I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Lana Sky. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. I don't know about that one, Edgeworth. It seemed pretty marred to me. Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly see her making the call. Look at that. On the backside of the partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. Got you. It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. Oh. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. These were the counterattack against. The witness lied about the order of events, where she saw it. Let's say the witness did actually see Miss Scott using the phone. It would mean she witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's the most important thing I've ever heard one. Objection. Blah blah blah. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? The place where Miss Starr witnessed was where she witnessed a crime? Oh boy. Probably from the security room, right? Because her boyfriend. This is the only place she could have been. The security guard room? It's built on the second floor so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone. Now, in this case, the witness not being part of the prosecutor's office couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. You brought lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room. And there you go. How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, as a man has got the better of Angel Starr. Gotcha. You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished, and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. She's talking about this guy. This strike was odd. Why did Miss Starr lie? Doesn't make any sense. She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands. It doesn't really say anything. If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Miss Wright. Mr. Wright. Me. Who else? You know, she saw it from the security guard room. She says she saw it from B block. Distance to the crime? I guess.
Objection! Objection!
What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there? Alright. You ordered the squid wheels? Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass wall station. She went down. Before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked, I couldn't open it. What? You went all the way around? That's why I had to go through the visitors parking lot in B block. That's quite a detour. 5 minutes. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. Would you like another caviar lunch?
Objection!
5 minutes between witnessing the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could have made pasta in that amount. No, you couldn't. If you like it al dente. Eh. It takes like 10 minutes, dude. What are you talking about? A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes? But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. This time was different. Miss Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Yarg! Well then, it seems to come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Ms. Edgeworth is the next witness ready to go. Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. Nice. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Hold it! Oh boy. Mr. Edgeworth, he ordered the squid wheels, right? I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. Ah, more. We have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr. Ah. Is this your jumbo? Why is she bribing us with lunches? I'll allow one more testimony. Oh my god. One more, huh? I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe, did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. This is my first time seeing this shoe. Alright. I bet she did it though. Like, I bet she killed her. She killed that dude. Yeah, why is this the first time I'm hearing of this too? You don't trust me either because I didn't even see that. You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. This shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective, as I mentioned previously. This shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh boy. You should at least study some evidence law, really. However, it seems to give yet another count against you, witness. Alright. From Goodman and Sky. Alright. Let's do this again. Decisive evidence. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. Alright. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor. Okay. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, blah 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 blah. You found this shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. Snuck off with a shoe. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries nothing more than lunchboxes. It carries more than lunchboxes. 2 types of blood. One, of course, was the victim's. So you brought it to the forensics department. If you're going to submit something, you need it approved. You do that, you have to analyze, blah blah blah. She doesn't appear to have blood stains while the man was stabbed. Okay. There were 2 types of blood. The other blood type matched that of the sky. Speak up. Oh, ABO, AB. However, you can't tell whether blood was committed. What? You can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. Phoenix. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there, which means that we can more than less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Fantastic. I don't know, I haven't looked at it. Wait, why would he? Oh, I know. Makes sense. Why would he step in his own blood? That can happen. There's one problem with this shoe. Right there. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Or it'll be your blood. Okay. The victim was stabbed with a knife. Death due to loss of blood, died within an hour and a half. There's no blood on the ground? There we go. Why aren't there any footprints? Okay. There we go.
Objection! Objection!
Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Great going, right? But it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction, but then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. There has to be a reason why it wasn't in this. It wasn't. The murder didn't happen there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. I see. Now I get it. Eyewitness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. When she slipped, there was one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist when her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside. Now, let me ask you a simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that. I'm not sure I like your attitude, Edgeworth. Okay. The oil drum kicked over was brimming with water. Water? It means it washed away the blood. Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason, to wash away the blood. Yeah, but like, you don't erase... That doesn't erase all the blood, though. There's no need to further debate the verdict. Angel Starr was on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. Hold it. Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Did you say that I, Angel Starr, was on the prosecution's side? You're saying that my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are demanding a second help. Are we going again? We're going again!
Objection!
This time for deliberations has passed. Any further comments or you will be held... Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court. Look at this. Where does she keep getting this evidence from? Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of death from the corpse mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. Oh, sorry, Mia. Right, wet or not, don't be so quick to throw the towel. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence.
Objection!
Here we go. Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph. The last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration, alright? Are you saying this is probably the latest piece of evidence? Yes. Show the court the problem in the photograph. I don't know what the problem is. Is it this?
Take that!
What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Ah, there it is. You just said muffler. I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind. A muffler is also part of a car motorcycle. Just think of it as one of them. Okay. What's that suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does it have to do with the case?
Objection!
You said that she said muffler. Yeah, she said that she kept saying muffler and stuff. There.
Take that!
Recalling your testimony, you said muffler. She mentioned mufflers. A bunch of mufflers. Could be that the muffler we heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe. And if so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Boom. We got her. Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings. Sus? If we leave any question unanswered, we do. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed. I suppose so. Alright. To be continued.